Morning, Mark.
Ah, yeah.
How you doing?
Not bad.
Right, well, I'm a little bit tired this morning because I haven't had too much sleep, but I thought I'd give you a quick update on what's been going on because things have been moving at quite a pace here.
What day is it today?
I don't know. Is it Saturday?
Yeah.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
It's Boxing Day. So we've been here almost 48 hours, and for the first 36 of that, we had no interaction with the police whatsoever. And the first time we saw a policeman was the British Transport Police, and they was happy as Larry that we weren't on their land. They were chuffed to bits. And we explained, that it wasn't a protest and that it was purely the local community looking after the interests of the vulnerable and the homeless and keeping them out of the rain and the cold. And that went really well. They went away. I've just had a nice 10 hours sleep, and I've come back to find that the police have been back this morning, saying that they
is this the Transport Police or the
Oh
other?
no, this is the local Nottinghamshire City Police. I would have thought. I missed them, unfortunately. Smurf decided to tackle them head on his own, and being as he's a large lad, I thought I'd let him do it. But they've made sort of like rumblings about after the holidays, the next few days, they think they can remove these tents within 48 hours. We've corrected them on that.
Mm-hmm.
So actually this is a civil matter. The tents are on the council's property, and therefore it's the council.
Well, it's actually public property.
Well, it's public property under the control, is it, of the council?
The trust of
The council. So it's still our property.
Yeah.
Nottingham people are entitled to be on that particular piece of land.
Yes.
So they've come down and said, well, we can remove your tents with an order within 48 hours. We've corrected on that and said, no, actually, no, you can't. And their answer was, well, the council aren't going to be very happy.
Well, the council could always provide somewhere for them to stay.
Exactly. The idea is for the council not to be very happy. They're supposed to be flustered and frustrated by this because to the council, these people don't exist.
Yeah.
They're not. How can you remove the tents? Because these people don't exist, so there can't be any.
It's almost like They Live, where
Yeah.
the police come along and just trash the tents.
That's it, and that's why the beauty of having this CCTV is any unlawful behaviour will be recorded in real time and is recorded off-site and on-site, so that if the police act unlawfully in any manner, I'm sure the assistance is out there for the homeless people to take action. Therefore, they may take these people they may take the council and the police to court to seek remedy. The police, not even police, you need to be on notice. You are being watched, you are being recorded, and you're being watched to make sure that you do not do anything unlawful. That's one of the locals.
No, I was just making sure.
Yeah. That's so they. I mean, who's that? Who that? It's been good. We've had a bit of a sad one as well. We had John here last night, who was a homeless gent. He was 66. He has cancer of the liver, and it's believed his liver ruptured last night while it was here. Had he not been here and he'd been on the streets, he'd probably been dead. We managed to get him an ambulance, and we managed to get him shipped off to hospital. We haven't seen him since. We'd like to check up on him. We don't have the details that we need to be able for them to talk to us. So we feel like we've accomplished something. We've saved at least one life by calling out the ambulance for them. And from now till Tuesday, I think we've got a bit of breathing space, because obviously it's a bank holiday on Monday. Tuesday everything's supposed to be back to normal, but I don't think we've got bank holiday. It's almost a day or two before New Year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be approaching the council and the police when they come back next time. Hopefully Smurf will wake me up, and I'll say to them, look, leave it till after the New Year. Come up with a solution on New Year's or the day after New Year's Day for these people, and it will all go
Well,
away.
it gives them a few days to get the planning and everything running, so they can get somewhere for them to live.
Absolutely. All they have to do is open a building. I mean, they've offered that. We had a community policeman come around this morning saying, but they open churches. But they don't open churches unless there are enough homeless to fill that church. So therefore, if it's only half full, they won't open it until there are more homeless people.
But of course here, you've also got the fact they know they've got somewhere to come back to.
That's
whereas
right.
a church to get kicked out every morning.
Yep.
Whereas there they can leave the stuff there, although I don't think they're fully trusting of us at the moment.
No, they're getting there. I mean, I think they're starting to rely quite heavily on us for solutions when they have problems. They actually come to us for conflict management, conflict resolution. If they have own issues of their own. Their issues, the homeless issues, are so much different to those that live in houses.
Yeah.
You know, because they're used to being abused, because they're used to being ignored and rough treated. For them, this Christmas has been absolutely astounding because they've had people bending over backwards to make them feel like they are part of a community, which they are. You know, that's the important thing to remember. They're just people that anyone can become homeless overnight. You know, we saw that family evicted, family of 9 evicted a couple of weeks ago. You know, loads of kids, mum and dad. You know, where are they now? We wonder. But the real onus is on the council to step up and actually do something about this, rather than all the bluster and, oh well, we've got these protocols in place and there aren't any, you know, homeless. All the homeless are taken care of.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sat out there, would they? So I'm challenging the council to come down, talk to us, find a solution, a long-term, worthy solution, so these people can have somewhere, a building, over the next 2 to 3 months when this little mini ice age is going to creep up on us in January.
You mean a building that's empty at the moment, that's not being used for anything, but would get them out the elements?
Absolutely, because I think there's more than half a dozen in this city that are empty, that are massive. And you know, we can facilitate it. We can easily, now we've earned the trust of the homeless people, we can go in there and we can make sure that these people are catered to and looked after. And we can provide the services like, you know, for the females. You know, we have hundreds of toiletries and stuff left over from UpSafe Winter that we can dish out for them, sanitary products. You know, it really is down to the council. I don't know who the head of housing is, but the head of housing, you should definitely come down and have a chat with us, because with your input we can actually get these people off the streets, and your pedestrian pavement can go back to being a pedestrian pavement.
You mean we could actually work together?
We could work together, yes.
And make life better for everyone.
For everybody, and again, the council come out smelling of roses because they seem to be proactive.
Yeah.
But all this stuff about putting them in churches overnight is absolute rubbish, because if they're still on the streets, they need a place where they've got a door, they can put their stuff in.
Yeah.
And they can go out all day doing whatever it is they do. It's up to them what they do. And again, you have the issue with what they do inside their rooms. When I go home of a night time, I like a glass of wine.
Yep.
You know. But if one of these guys goes to Emmanuel House or Framework, if they're seen with a can of beer or smelling of beer when they go back, they're not allowed in.
Yeah.
Well, that's unacceptable. You know, everyone has a vice of some sort. If I go back to my own house and they say no, you can't come in because you smell.
So what is there anything we need over the next couple of days?
Tents, more pop-up tents. Pop-ups are most important because they're quick, easy and very controllable.
Somebody outside giving food to them.
Oh, is there? Oh, well, there's people outside actually delivering food now, which is a lovely, again, Nottingham residents are behind it, but sleeping bags and tents. Everything, we don't need food, we've got lots of food coming in. People are bringing down food every day, and this is residents of Nottingham. The community of Nottingham are saying this is not the British way. We don't leave our homeless on the streets. In the old days, when I was a kid, homeless people were looked after. The Sally Army did something. For what they're worth now, I think they actually work for the job centre, the Sally Army. So we've now taken up a role as members of the public, where we're now participating in UpSafe Winter, which means we don't want to see these people, these vulnerable people, put under any more duress than they are already.
Have we had to turn any away?
Yes. Last night we didn't have enough tents. We've got to be very careful about who we put in what tent with whom.
Yes.
And so last night we did run out of tents, and this is what broke my heart, because John, the cancer patient, ended up in a tiny little ladybird tent with no roof on it, and it was absolutely pouring down, and we were in tears because all we could do was put silver foil blankets over the top, which in turn rustled all night. But then, as I say, he took a turn for the worst, and we did have to get an ambulance out for him, and we wish him well. We hope he's doing all right wherever he is. But as I say, it is important that at least these people have some element of safety and security here. This is probably the safest place for them to be. They're monitored 24 hours a day. Any of their issues we address proactively. We're out there before they start. So it's all coming together. Now it looks like someone else is just popping into the obs room, so if you just bear with me for a second. Well, that was absolutely amazing. I had to dive out just to answer the door, and that's a couple of the long-term residents, the guys that have been here from the start, have given us a Christmas card and some treats. They said it's not a lot, but it's addressed to Joe and Smurf, And it says to Joe and Smurf, thank you for looking after me and Andy, from Michelle and Andy. So it just goes to show that even though these people have very little, they are happy enough to go and get a thank you card for what we've done. Now that is worth more than any money we could ever make on this. And again, people need to realise that there is no money being made here. This is all about providing for the homeless on a shoestring budget. And we've got no money, but what we have done is we've accommodated. We've worked with the public who have donated everything, and all we've done is acted as distributors. But that's choked me up, that has. A thank you card from homeless couple to say thank you for looking after us. That has choked me right up.
Has anybody called me?
That is really nice.
So what we've got left, we've got some juice and fruit here.
Okay. Well, we're going to turn one of the tents into a food store tent for them, so we don't have to keep
We've got
fishing it
more
out.
food coming down later through
So much food here.
through a Christmas drive.
Excellent.
So like leftover Christmas dinners and
Perfect.
mince pies and
Excellent. Oh, that's awesome stuff. That's awesome. Well, we're very grateful for that, and as you can see, these guys are really
I think
chuffed.
somebody else is wanting to.
Oh gosh.
Go like that in the window.
This is Kev, and your name was
Hi, I'm Eshu.
Ashley and Kev.
Salon.
That's Mark.
Marketed.
Yeah. Yes.
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.